Capricorn, hello and welcome to your reading for the month of June. So of course, before your reading, I felt called to wrap my head, and this my husband just so happens to give to me. I bought a very similar one as a prop for a production that I directed, created, I did the music for, and this is one to match it. So I look forward to implementing this during my readings. Wrapping my head is something that I've seen people like Chantra Siba do. And I feel that as you're stepping into this role of high priestess, mystic, when you are working, you must wrap your head. Of course, this is indigo blue, the color of Agni, the third eye, or the throat chakra. Enter the Garden of Delights. You will need to be fully prepared to enter into your destiny, into your calling, into fulfill your mission, into creating a legacy that is worthy of you. The sun is in your 6th house during the month of June, and we'll see that your service starts stepping up again. Throat coat tea, honey, rose powder, that's all in here. And I had to stop and show myself that I really love myself, because some of y'all could relate to this. I was told by a woman, very wise woman, that I would end up losing my voice and losing everything if I tried to be everything to everyone. If I was stingy with myself, if I was unwilling to listen to my heart's needs and to continue to show up as people's missing puzzle piece. So to please them, that's what was going to come out. So let's not people please. Libra is your exaltation of Saturn, and with Saturn in Pisces, Saturn is going to reward you for transforming, for shifting into this role, for picking up gifts that you've been handed from your lineage, from the insights that you can provide to the world. Vishvamata. Yes. Hi. So I also want to plug you all in. I'm going to have a Saturn webinar on June 5th, and it will discuss Saturn in all of the houses and what it is going to do to impact all of the signs, how it's ending the age of the guru and introducing the age of more Aquarian type collectives. So one key takeaway that I got from Unite the Light, the spiritual conference I attended last week, was that, or this was May 23rd when the sun conjuncted Jupiter, 18th when the sun conjuncted Jupiter, was that, what was it? Oh, some people just have one spirit guide who they know, but we usually have a collective. So this also might have been from Sensei Chris Witeki's weekly show, Sirius Joy. There's a woman who, she's a medicine woman, she's a PhD in Indigenous Studies, and she was able to share her medical intuition course. So maybe this is something that you all will be opening up to taking. Vishvamata. With her protection, even significant uncertainty does not need to be wrought with despair. There is a pathway that can shift your devastation into a palpable experience of being protected and guided through a difficulty. Trust where you are being led. Grace shall come from this. So if you all have had a fall from grace, let's say that you were a powerful CEO and you stepped out of that role to fulfill yourself spiritually, and there was some loss because South Node's in Libra, and that is in your 10th house of careers. So you might have lost clients, you might have lost money, but really there is no loss. Nothing can be created or destroyed. It was just a moving of energy. And I feel that with this movement of energy, you guys are going to tap into not being stingy with yourself on a day-to-day basis. You're going to be fulfilling your needs as a spiritual messenger. Excuse me. And with Saturn in your 3rd house of communication, you all are going to be asked to take steps to forward this mission, to speak the truth, to not really worry about who's fading out, because there are people who've been waiting for your messages. There are people who need you at this crossroads that they're at. 10 of air. Yeah, you're freeing a lot of souls. You're touching people who need you and they don't have anyone like you in their life. So moving into the 2nd week of June, there will be an opposition of the moon to your, if you're Capricorn rising, to your rising. So how you feel in the world is going to grow into where it needs to be, where it belongs being. We have Mars in your 4th house of family, of home, of emotions, your emotional foundation, really sending a pulse to you healing a lot of spiritual tendencies. So again, if that's being stingy with yourself, if that's doubting your gifts, you're looking yourself in the mirror in a new way. People are seeing you in a new light that is helping you to reclaim a lot of power and identity that might have felt lost. The South Node is going to go to 12 degrees. It will be at 12 degrees Libra, and this is telling you that you can believe in the relationships that are coming into your life, they're going to be here to stay for good. Whirling Goddess, 30. Yeah, you guys might be doing some pole dance, because I know that Capricorns, we have, well, at least for me, because I have a lot of stellium in Capricorn, we have strength, we have emotion, we have this beauty that really needs the support, the non-judgmental support of classes, of having teachers, of doing various workshops, to not be judged. We have to build skills. We have to start from the ground zero. We have to build a foundation under that in order to accelerate the process. So that could be something like visualization. Visualization is something that my pole teacher has taught me, and it works for everything else. So why wouldn't it work for something that requires physical strength? I don't remember where I read this, but there was a study done on weightlifters, people who do like the really heavy weightlifting, and for a period of time they weren't allowed to lift weights, they only visualized, and when they came back to their practice, they were able to lift heavier weights because of what they'd been visualizing. When we feel broken, when we feel low, when we feel down, we aren't as open to that visualization process. We just are stuck in our thoughts. We don't allow for the creative imagination to start to express itself, that feminine impulse, that creative spark in us that can see. It's a seer. All right, and Jupiter will be at 3 degrees Gemini, so I sense you're going to be believing more in your gifts. You're going to have more than one person come back to you and say, wow, look at what this did for me. I've had such a healing around this, and there's only so many times we can hear something before we believe it. So what are we telling ourselves about what the work that we do? Can you see what closed down for you, the relationships that ended as essential aspects and parts of your journey? Are you able to recognize that you wouldn't be the you that you are now without those things? Mahakali. This looks like someone who can balance a lot and someone who can give a lot. And you know exactly what to do with what you've got. You know how to work it. And then that 7 degrees, Neptune is at 29 degrees Pisces, and Saturn moves a degree in the second week of June. So let's read what Mahakali has to say. Her magnificence steadies the anxious mind and reassures the heart of empowering grace that arises through trust in her. Attempting to fathom the wisdom behind the workings of the Divine Mother would be like trying to cram the entire ocean into a teacup. Such wisdom is vast, and our perspective is limited. Yet, we don't need to understand divine will to benefit from it. Better to allow her creativity, resourcefulness, and unlimited vision to take effect in our lives, bringing us every grace necessary for our blessed fulfillment. So don't be too proud to accept tokens of appreciation from people. Don't be too proud to accept donations. Allow for yourself to even ask for that. You know, one concept that I'm really looking forward to implementing is offering my services, and then people can pay what they want. So this will be something that down the line, whenever I've got a physical location to host retreats, I will offer during certain periods of time people to just pay what they want for what they receive. So I believe that if I believe in my value, this will draw in people who can give me more than what I would even know to ask for. And I feel like that open invitation, personally as a projector, it's accepting the invitation to receive. So how is it that you can open up to receiving, Capricorn? In the third week of June, Pluto is retrograding in your second house. So I feel that you're clarifying your value, the ways that you could bring in income, how you maintain confidence in the face of change, and how you maintain confidence when you don't have power and control that, once gave you confidence, but it wasn't real. It was like false confidence, false security. The sun will be at 25 degrees Gemini on this day, and we'll have a stellium in the third decan of Gemini. So that is your 6th house. You'll see the outer world just starting to move for you. You might start getting more sales. You might start finding people to collaborate with who help amplify what it is that you've got going on. Mars at 4 degrees Taurus, that's in your 5th house. I feel that you're going to have an urge that's inexplicable to just do and say things that allow for you to live this very fulfilled life, but it's not going to be with who you thought it was. Like, if you're attracting in a romantic partner, this person is going to really blow you away with how connected they are to their mission, to their purpose, how truthful they are. And I feel that for my Capricorns who desired someone who they consider to be out of their league, you're going to find someone who is better. You're going to find someone who is aligned to their virtues, who is a person of their word, and they deliver to you like things and gifts and surprises in ways that really make you blush. It makes you shocked to know that someone can care as much as they do. But we all know that you're the water goat and then you're the mountain goat first. So you have this deep watery emotion, deep ancestral tendencies, and passion of the red mother. You're very passionate, Capricorn. So you're going to bring in an amplified energy if you're walking in service, if you are showing up every day to honor, to treat yourself, to massage your own feet, to be there to care and to kindle your own flame. There will be a definite return of that investment. I love that for y'all. And then in the 3rd week of June, we have the sun moving into Cancer. So this is your opposite sign of relationships and partnerships. On this day, Mercury will be at 11 degrees, so you might find that you're drawing in prospects of people who you could call your significant other, your partner for life. For those of you who are young, you're calling in mentors who are able to carry you into this next phase of your expression, of your development, of your soul's journey and calling. On this specific day, the moon will be at 13 degrees Capricorn in your 1st house. So this will be a time where if your intuitive gifts are on, you're going to navigate life in such a different way. It's going to be very fluid, and you're going to have this sense of presence that is very powerful and impactful for all that come across you, Capricorn. Love it. And in the final week of June, we have Jupiter at 7 degrees in your 6th house, the sun at 8 degrees in your 7th house. If you ask me, I'm ready. Oh, why give up before we try? Feel the lows before the highs. Clip my wings before we fly away. Fly away. Okay, I might have had a little jumble vocal on there, but you see where I'm going, right? You all are moving into commitments with people who balance your energy. They uplift you. You feel more secure than ever. You feel more confident than ever. And this is your secret sauce, Capricorn. There's something that can't be taken away from you now. And maybe it was like something that people could try. They could provoke you. They could move you into this sense of like, oh, I'm a forever student. I have to pay for this certification before I can call myself this. Commitment. Not if you're committed. You don't need a single degree that can be... like a university could renounce you for what you're doing. A tradition could renounce you for what you're doing, but you have commitment, you have this passion, and this is fueling your ascension. This is fueling your messages. Capricorn, ooh! Oh my gosh, listen to Alicia Keys. Go see her in concert if you can. That's calling. And if not, just go sing Alicia Keys at karaoke. Allow for that to come out, because you guys are, you also might need to hermit, or you're being the hermit. So you're going to have to act on a need to do a retreat, maybe a 10-day silent Vipassana retreat, and then this will help to unify a lot of your mission, your motivation. Mercury will be at 25 degrees Cancer, so it's going to give a lot of this transcendental property to what it is that you have to say to your significant others, to call in your significant others, to align. Maybe you're writing like your spiritual memoir, maybe you're writing your thesis statement. With Black Moon Lilith and your 10th house, it's going to start allowing for you to feel this surge of motivation, commitment, but also an ability to monitor your growth with different strategies. So one thing I've suggested is that if you have areas in your chart implement AI into your workflow. I had a lot of resistance around it, but I'm starting to do it now. And it's something that's serving me. It's saving me time. I feel like I have an ally who's not judging what I do. And then it's allowing for me to take steps forward that I otherwise would feel stagnance or repulsion towards doing. So we want to move into the easiest way to get our work done, the ease of flow. Surfing Nalu. That'd be cool if we pulled it. Oh yeah, we're having compassion around our resistances, and Huna is 7, so compassion around our spiritual shortcomings with ourselves. I want to read Huna, and we will conclude your month of June reading. Yeah, hidden secrets. So we're having compassion for the things that are coming to the surface now. Ancient secrets are now revealed, and I feel that compassion might be required during this time. So Capricorn, we finished this reading with the sun at 8 degrees Cancer. What are you deciding in the month of June? Because this is going to be something that brings you to your knees. You are going to feel so grateful and so expansive. And then there's just going to be this constant flood of influx of intelligence, of ability. This is actually going to be the week of the summer solstice. So make sure you honor that time with ceremony, which transforms energy. Ritual maintains it. Love you so much, Capricorn. Let me know how the month of June is going for you. I look forward to reading your comments and to your next reading. Aloha.